Hey everyone, my name is Elise Ivy from Rock Me Pickleball.
And I'm Sarah Lister.
It's so good to be here with you. So, we are actually on location right now in Miami. It is beautiful sunshine outside, but we are in what's called Racket X Trade Show. So, this is a trade show that is for all things racket sports, including paddle, tennis, ping pong, and of course, our favorite sport, which is pickleball, which is what our brand is completely known for. It is Rock Me Pickleball, and we create cutting edge pickleball paddles with aspirational aesthetics. And so today from the trade show live, and I know you can hear a little background noise because it's a bustling trade show and people might be walking up to us in the middle of the show and whatnot. But we're going to show you a couple of our favorite models that we think will be perfect for you to get started on your pickleball journey. So one thing you should know, I'm the co-founder and CEO of Rockme, but Sarah is a high level and sometimes professional playing pickleball player. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your journey and then we're going to dive right into some of these paddles.
Awesome. I started playing pickleball in 2019 as just something fun. Turned it into pretty much a career in 2021. I found, well, Elise found me and was like, hey, I want to use our awesome paddles. And I have not stopped playing with them since. We're going on 2.5 years of, I feel, the best company on the market right now. And I'm ready for that lifetime contract because the paddles are just amazing.
I love it. We give her a lifetime contract in like a heartbeat. It's funny. The sport of pickleball has really exploded. So I like to say, if you haven't heard of it, it's probably because you haven't like turned on the news or seen social media in a while. But that's okay. We're here to educate you on the sport as well. It's kind of like a mini tennis. It's kind of like a really big ping pong. And, with any sport, having the right equipment is what really makes the sport fun. So we're known for bringing really great technology in our paddles, but also pairing them with an aesthetic that you're really proud of to sport out on the court. And one of the things that people love to do with our brand is they like to choose their favorite color of our paddles and kind of use that as their expression on the court. So we chose my favorite one today. This is your favorite? I didn't know that. I thought your favorite was purple, but okay. All right. So, so this one is called Electric Citrus and it's our Curve Classic. It actually has a hanger on it. So I'm going to pop that hanger off right now so that we can give you a full tour of the paddle. And I'm going to tell you everything I love about it. And then Sarah's going to tell you everything that she loves about the paddle. So I'll give you kind of like the specs and the rundown and like the boring stuff with the paddle, right? It's got what's called a pro grit texture on the face. And so when you have that pro grit texture, you get a ton of spin with your ball, which is great. So if you don't come from a racket sport, you don't really know how to spin the ball. That was myself when I first started. The grit really grasps onto that ball and kind of does the work for you. Here's some of the checklist items. You can see, of course, that vibrant design that we love, the durability that we love. And then what you're seeing here in this graphic are just the dimensions. You've got the ultra comfortable handle, which is great, especially if you're coming from another racket sport like tennis and you want to have a double-handed backhand, or you think, I want to play all day, I want to have a lot of comfort in my handle. This is going to be the one for you. What you're seeing on the inside there, it says advanced polypropylene core. You don't have to worry too much about all that. We've already figured out all the science for you, but essentially what that means is that you're going to have a really nice response with the ball no matter where it hits on the paddle. But I do want to run through these colors with you because today you can just hit that buy button right on your screen if you're wanting to jump into pickleball. This is called Electric Citrus, and I'm going to get really close so that you can see you've got like this nice black stripe here, hot pink, which is my favorite stripe. You've got like a yummy, like tangerine, juicy orange, and then two kind of like citrusy green colors there, which match our shirt actually. So, all right. So that's all like kind of I would say, the not fun stuff except for the colors. But tell us why you love it on the court.
So this was one of the first paddles that I started out with. And one thing that caught my eye is the grip. Coming from a tennis background, I needed this long handle. I think it's 5.5 inches.
Yeah.
And what the main reason is because I can really hit my backhand super hard. Another thing that I absolutely love is the finish because it complements my power. I'm a hard, strong power hitter as well.
Wait, what do we used to call you? Flamin' Sarah? Flamin' Sarah. I forgot about that. We haven't called you that in a while.
And then, of course, the grit. I mean, when I was playing with other paddles, I couldn't get the spin that I wanted. And with this paddle, it went over flawlessly, and so many people couldn't return the ball. It was amazing. and it was just, I was still a beginner. So I started out mid-level, and then I even playing advanced level, I was still using this paddle because it really just accentuated my talent.
Well, and I think you really bring up a good point. So when you purchase like a really good paddle, right? It's one that oh, it's a little bit hard to hear you. So maybe we'll have you scoot in a little closer to me. But when you purchase a really, really good paddle, it's one that can grow with your game. So you can be a first time player with this paddle, but it's something that you could use as a beginner, as an intermediate. And you can even use this, like we have actually some pros that keep this paddle in their bag for when they go out into windy conditions, because with this fiberglass, listen, there's so much power, right? And actually, I'm going to grab a ball and I just want you to bounce that ball on there so people can hear. This is what pickleball sounds like. That's what pickleball sounds like. And then you'll see here, I like to always do this as like the spin test. I kind of like, you see it, the ball can kind of spin. That's that pro grit that's just like grabbing onto the ball there. So Cassie says, love pickleball. Okay, so here are like my 3 things that I tell everybody who has not started pickleball. And if you're on the fence and you're wondering, how do I get started? Which paddle should I pick up? I want to start playing, but I'm nervous to go to the court. This is what you need to know. Number 1, when you go play pickleball, you will have sneaky fitness, boosted endorphins, and you will leave with a new friend.
Oh,
am I right?
100% every time.
And here's the other thing I tell my single friends. If you're single, you need to start playing pickleball yesterday, because every time you go to the court, you're hanging out with like-minded individuals who are awesome that you may have never met otherwise, because you might not have met them at work. These are people that probably aren't hanging out at the bar, or maybe they're going to the bar after pickleball, but you're having an opportunity to meet a whole new group of people. And I personally, how I've made so many of my friends. So I did just want to stress also that with the price of this paddle being $89.99, typically the spec on something like this would be $150. So this is like a steal of a price for a paddle that'll last you well into your first year of play. I personally used this paddle in this colorway for my first 16 months of play, as a matter of fact.
I think I used one. Yeah, just about the same
16
amount of
months.
time. Yeah. I always go back to it.
Yeah, it is. It's like a tried and true. That's what it is. It's like an old faithful, right? So the colorway that we wanted to present today is called Electric Citrus, and you can shop it on MARKET.live official, right? And you can also just click the buy button right here at the bottom of your screen. So actually, someone just mentioned in the chat that their community opened up 6 courts. How awesome is that?
Gosh, that's amazing.
Okay, here's what I recommend. Do not go on the largest retailer and buy just anything, because sometimes it'll come as like a wooden paddle, or sometimes it will be like something that you're going to use 1 or 2 times. Invest your money in something that you're going to be able to use for a full year. And this is the analogy I always tell people. Once you start running and you think, oh, okay, I want to run in my first race, right? I want to do a marathon, let's say, a big race, right? I'm not going to go grab my high heels out of my closet and use those to run in the marathon. I'm going to go ahead and invest in some great running shoes and the right equipment so that I can succeed and have the best possible experience. And that's exactly what I would tell you when picking up your pickleball equipment as well.
Yeah, I can vouch for that.
Yes. Okay. So let's actually, Sarah, let's show them something else that's based on the popularity of this paddle. So this is called the Curve Classic. It is the first paddle that we came out with. It is tried and true. It's sold at incredible retailers and lots of fancy ones. And it's definitely the paddle that put us on the map. So what we did is we took the popularity of the Curve Classic and we created a Curve Classic raw paddle. And I'll have you hold this one. I'll show you without the hanger. This is what it looked like. So essentially what we did is, this one is fiberglass. So it's all about pop and power. And we made this one for $10 more. And this one is carbon and it has a foam edge that goes around it. So this is for stability. This is for control. This is for precision. So Sarah, as a pro, why would you move from a fiberglass paddle to a carbon paddle, or why would you keep both of these in your bag is probably the better question, because there's a different time and place for each paddle.
Yeah, definitely. So, like Elise had mentioned earlier, with the curved plastic, I live in a really windy area, and so I need something that has a little bit more power. But with the raw, I'm able to not only get that power, but I also get good control, because a lot of people can hammer that ball at you. This paddle will actually help you prevent the ball from going way off and out of the court, honestly. So I played with this one yesterday just for fun, and I fell in love with it because I did have that control, especially in singles. I was playing my husband in singles, and he couldn't get anything back. And I was like, it's a control. It's a control and power. And of course, the aesthetic of it is still really nice. And I love the handle, Rocky signature handle right there.
There you go.
It's two backhands right down the line, perfect every time.
Okay, so I just want to remind everybody that we're actually here at a trade show. So if you're hearing some background noise, it's because it's super, super busy here at the trade show. And we've been having people walk up to the booth all day, and it's been really fun. It's actually a trade show just for racket sport. So it's paddle, it's ping pong, it's tennis, and of course, it's our favorite sport, pickleball, that's here. So we'll show you around the booth in just a little bit. But first, I just wanted to tell you some more about the curved plastic raw. So one of the things that we really wanted to do at Rockme, we have paddles from $49 to $299, but it's really, really important to us that the barrier of entry to pickleball is not due to price. So we wanted to create really amazing products under $100 and be able to offer that to anyone that wants to come play at the court, join forces with their community, have a feel-good moment, get their endorphins pumping, get out there and sweat, make new friends, right? Because that's what pickleball is all about. And that's why the pickleball boom has been so incredible and successful. But here, this one actually is a raw carbon. Raw carbon means it's going to have a little bit of a rough surface. It means you're going to get great spin. This paddle happens to be incredibly light. So you have to be fast hands at the net in pickleball, right? The ball's coming at you quick, which is why ping pong players are so good at this sport. And this is a great paddle for that because it's so light. You have really nothing deterring you from being that fast.
That's what I love about it too, the lightness of it. So depending on the day, if I want something heavy, I grab the plastic.
Curved plastic's a little bit heavier.
It's a little bit heavier, but it's average weight.
Yeah, average weight, mid-weight paddle is what we call it. So you have the curved plastic in the electric citrus option. You can just click that buy button on your screen right there. Or you have a little bit lighter, different material here with the curved plastic raw carbon. Now here's the specs you can see. It's a Toray T700 raw carbon fiber surface. That happens to be like the higher end in the industry. So we feel pretty fancy when we get to say that. It does have a thermoform foam line edge. And what that means is that you're getting a lot of stability in a really, really large sweet spot. And then of course you've got the contour cushion grip, which we love here at Rockme. And we always love to have a comfortable grip because we want you to stay on the court longer. And nobody wants to say like, ooh, my hand hurts.
Yeah.
We also want you to have a really good grip feeling with it as well, meaning, you know, if you have a sweaty hand, it's not flipping around, that type of thing. I think I saw some questions pop up on the chat. Maybe John can pull those back up because I saw them quickly and I can't remember what they said. But I will say this much. If you are thinking about getting started with pickleball, let me show you how simple and easy it is and why you should join. Do you remember this ball from being a kid? Do you remember what it felt like to play with a wiffle ball in the neighborhood? Yeah. I mean, I remember like my brother hitting them off like tees or whatever when I was a kid. And also I will say, I mean, not as a kid, but now because we play pickleball, if you get hit with one of these, it doesn't hurt at all because it's literally a wiffle ball. It's literally plastic, okay? You combine that with a super, super lightweight paddle, and all you have to do is make contact anywhere on that paddle. And because our sweet spot is so large, you're going to have a really nice response on the ball and great experience, whether you hit the ball here or here, because we're not all Sarah hitting it in the perfect sweet spot.
I don't know. There's sometimes where, because I'm a shorty, and so whenever I go to reach, I do hit it right here. I never have a problem. There's never a dead spot. My ball is always going to go over just the way I want it. So, I mean, that's one of the reasons why I love these paddles so much.
So let's talk a little bit more about just like the brand in general.
Okay.
So our brand, we're female founded, which is wonderful. I'm the CEO of the company. One of the things that we try to do here at Rockman, and you see it here, is we promote a really positive environment, positive community experience when you're using our paddles. I think you will notice if you ever go to a tournament and you see someone using a Rockney paddle, chances are they're probably going to say hi to someone else with a Rockney paddle and take a picture, because I get those pictures all the time. And they're totally my favorite. I absolutely love it. We make really incredible, in our opinion, beautiful designs with our paddles. We love to have an aspirational aesthetic. We want you to pick up a paddle that speaks to you, that when you go out on the court, you feel proud that you're using it. And, you know, there's so many paddles out there right now, and the graphics are just absolutely terrible. But then you come to ours and you've got beautiful graphics, but you also have a really nice cutting edge technology built in. So every one of our paddles is approved through the USA Pickleball Association to be played in a tournament as well. So you never have to worry about, oh, I picked up this paddle because it was pretty. I went to the court. I learned how to play. I had so much fun. Oh, I can't use it in a tournament. Like, what a bummer is that? Huge bummer. And like, not great for your game. So if all of ours are approved for tournament play, whether you're playing in like a sanctioned tournament, like a PPA sanctioned tournament, or you're just playing in your local tournament. Now we did have a question in the chat about, can I go to happy hour after pickleball?
Yeah.
It's actually what you're supposed to do.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're literally supposed to do it. Okay, Carrie says, my kids are going to try to get me into it. Hey, actually, you talk about this. Talk about the generational span of pickleball.
Oh my gosh. So when I first started, I did start with people that were older than me. I've actually gotten beat by a 98-year-old man from New York, like crushed me. And then I've done a tournament where I've gotten beat by a 12 or 10-year-old. So I mean, it's great for everybody.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing that I find really interesting about pickleball is that I play with my nieces. They're 12 years old and 7 years old. I play with my parents. They're in their 70s. I have friends that taught me how to play that were in their 70s. And you go out there, man, woman, child, it doesn't matter who it is. You put your paddle in the rack. Whenever the 4 paddles get picked up, you go out there, you have a doubles partner, you're having so much fun. You don't even know the person. You leave the court, you're now best friends. Like, that's literally how pickleball works. It just has this magical community environment. And what we love is that we get to create amazing products for that environment, right?
Inclusive. I've actually played a tournament with somebody in a wheelchair, and it was a beautiful thing to see everybody be included in this amazing sport.
Okay, Linda says she and her girlfriends just started pickleball. Linda, you need to get all of your girlfriends on the Pretty Paddle Wagon.
Yeah.
The Pretty Paddle Wagon that actually is like incredible technology. So here's the deal. You can just click that buy button right there at the bottom of your screen. MARKET.live official is how you can find us, and you can shop with us for sure. So we got to choose 2 of our favorite paddles. We have a whole slew of paddles from $49 to $299, but we chose 2 of our absolute favorite paddles today to present. One being the ever so popular Curve Classic that put us on the map, that Saks Fifth Avenue picked up very early on when we launched our brand, in one of our favorite colorways, which I actually just found out it was Sarah's favorite. I really thought yours was Northern Sky, but anyway, this is Electric Citrus. Oh, we just saw, I just missed that comment, but it was someone that says, oh, I have these paddles and they're awesome.
Yes.
Amazing. Amazing. Thank you so much. So what we did is we took the Curve Classic paddle, which is it, fiberglass construction, has that nice gritty texture, great for spin, 13 millimeters thick. So like a nice, great standard paddle that's going to take you through your first year of pickleball. You're going to feel proud out on the court carrying this. You're going to have a great experience, beautiful response with the ball. And we took that and we said, hey, we're going to make that exact same thing, but with a carbon face. So a carbon face is going to give you a little bit more precision, a little bit more control. So maybe if you've already played a racket sport and you don't necessarily need that much power, because this is all about the power, then you come in and you pick up the raw carbon. You've got the thermoforming around again. So this is going to give you that great sweet spot. And then you have the comfort handle as well. Very light, easy, fast hands at the net. You're never going to miss the ball. And by the way, do you win at the net?
Oh, all the time.
You win at the net. So you want fast hands at the net.
Yeah.
Just these are little tips that you're going to get along the way. Someone mentioned great price.
Oh,
listen, I'm going to challenge you this. Google raw carbon thermoform pickleball paddles, and you're going to see that most of the prices out there are literally double what we're charging for this one. And no, we didn't cheap out on the carbon. It's a Toray T700 raw carbon fiber surface. You do have the polypropylene honeycomb core on the inside. You do have that thermoform foam line edge, which is what the high end paddles are doing right now. It adds just a really nice response rate to the ball and a great sweet spot. And then you have the soft touch contour cushion grip as well, which, as Sarah mentioned before, it's 5.5 inches in length, which means double backhand.
Double backhand. Those are very important. Even a single backhand, since they are lighter, it's easy to just really throw that backhand roll.
Sorry, I was just reading what Liz said. She said, I told my husband that I will golf with him if he'll go play pickleball with me.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, here, actually, that brings up a really good point. So my husband and I play pickleball together, and it's one of, we like to go out to eat together. Obviously, we love each other. We like to spend as much time together as possible. But the thing is, like, it's really hard to find a sport with your husband, right? Like, I don't necessarily want to sit on a golf cart for 18 holes. Like, it's just, yeah, I mean, I'm good for like 6. And then like, we're obviously not going to go shoot hoops together. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just like, we're not going to go hit the soccer field together. So like, what can we do together that's athletic, that we can hang out with our friends, that we can merge our friend groups, that we can go to happy hour later, Linda? Like, it's pickleball, right? Oh, look at John says in happy hour, of course.
Yeah.
So that's what you do. You go to pickleball, you exercise, you sweat, you hang out with your friends, and then you go to happy hour. And I will say this, Sarah, on Monday nights, this is my favorite pickleball group that I belong to. On Monday nights, I play from 6 to 8. We always push it to like 8:30. And I laugh more in those 2 hours than I do the rest of the week.
Extra burning calories right there.
It's like the most fun. So if you're wondering, how do I start? I recommend going on Facebook and seeing if there's a group near you. You can go to a local park, you with a paddle, and you can pop it in the rack, and people will be very generous to help you out and show you how to get started. You can call a coach and maybe get a lesson to get going. But the most important thing is that you have a great paddle to set you up for success. And this one's just $89.99, which we're really proud of. We keep this under $90 on purpose. And then you can just hit that buy box button right at the bottom of your screen. So this one is a fiberglass technology for $89. For $10 more, we have the carbon technology. Do we want to talk about the hat for like 2 seconds? And then we've got to get back to our trade show?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we do have a little bit of merch here at Rockne. So you've got some choices. We've got the black with the red Rockne on it. We've got it with the white. And then we also have some white hats that have the reverse. So there you go. You've got the black embroidery. That's your favorite?
Yeah, the white one.
And here's the thing, like, and I've noticed this, and there it is with the red embroidery. I've noticed that a lot of our players, whether pro, amateur, whatever, like to be branded head to toe.
Always.
Like to have the bag, like to have the hat, like to have the paddle, like to fully rep the brand. That's right. Yeah. There's something about pickleballers that just love that.
The uniformity. It makes us look legit.
Yeah. Well, Allison says she loves the hat. The other thing I will tell you about the hat is that it has a stay cool technology to it. So it's perforated in the back. So when you are sweating, your head and can actually breathe, because I know that's actually really tough in the humidity. So you do have the 4 choices there, and you can just shop that also by clicking the buy button. So I know I talked a lot. I know your microphone was a little low. I'm sorry. I was going for it. But any closing words for us before we get back to the trade show?
This brand is amazing, and you will not be disappointed with your purchase choices, because this is the only paddle you need. This is the only paddle I will ever carry, probably for the rest of my pickleball career. So
you heard it. You heard it. We're keeping her to it.
Yeah, and my whole family plays with Rockne paddles. They love this brand. They love the paddles, all the technology. And as somebody who's very competitive, I need something that's going to actually hold up and rock me this.
It's true. I watched her this week at the tournament. She's very competitive and it's amazing. I loved it. I love it. You did great. You did great. It was awesome. I'm going to quickly just turn the camera so you can just see our booth here at the trade show. We're here at Racket X in Miami, and you can just see, here's some of our other paddles. You can see everything going on. And I'll just turn the other way as well. I'm showing you the back of our booth, but there we've got the trade show going on behind us there. So lots of fun things going on. And actually we're right at the tail end of our third day here, our third day. So it's been awesome, but I think hanging out with you guys is probably the cherry on top.
And thanks for joining, everybody.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. So hit that buy button. We stand behind our product, and we just know that you're absolutely going to love it. And we hope that you start pickleball, and definitely email us and let us know about your pickleball journey. We want to hear and celebrate with you.
Yeah.
So, all right, have a wonderful rest of your day, and thanks for tuning in.
Bye, guys.
We'll see you soon.